Hey guys, welcome back to Film Explosion. Today we'll talk about super gross moments in Dr. Pimple popper history. Let's head into it. Number 4. The huge shocking blackhead cyst.
So what happens is that you okay? A little bit pain?
This may just be Dr. Lee's most fulfilling pop of all time. In a new Instagram video, Dr. Pimple Popper, also known as the dermatologist and TLC host Dr. Sandra Lee MD, releases a certified blackhead that will definitely shock you, and it's a rough thing like a rock. Dr. Lee first loosens the hardened material in the blackhead in the film, then gives the area a strong squeeze. The compacted contents would not budge with a simple push, so Dr. Lee grabs a pair of surgical tweezers to snatch the petrified gunk and wiggle it free. The well-known derm has seen a lot, and still, she claims it's humorous to her standards. It's like a rock, exclaims Dr. Lee, when the stone-like mass is eventually freed. Wow, it's a blackhead. You should have won the competition for the biggest blackheads. A blackhead of this scale is generally referred to as Weiner's dilated pore. Weiner's dilated pore is basically a large blackhead compacted in a single expanded pore. This indicates that the large crater left behind by this extraction is simply a single pore that has been extended from the inside of the crater. But don't worry, the patient will never be left with a gaping hole. The region is going to diminish on its own, which I let this one do. Dr. Lee writes in the post comments, "I give the patient the opportunity to come back, then remove the extra skin and stitch the area. You might think it doesn't fit into the video, as it's a blackhead and not a cyst, but modern experts agree on the fact that blackheads are also a form of cysts. That said, make sure to stick around until we reach number 1, because I promise it's gonna be amazing." Number 3. Stubborn cheek cyst. Holy cow. The Pope, our favorite cyst whisperer, is bursting zits and cysts like the heroine she is. That's right, Dr. Pimple Popper just blessed us with a brand new video of her going to town on a cyst, giving her what she calls the good old pop and swizzle. Dr. Sandra Lee had previously teased on Instagram that she would demolish a man's crazy cheek cyst, and she finally released a decent video. Instead of giving her popaholics the normal stills of the incision area or giving thorough shots of the precise extraction site, she literally jumped straight into it. And frankly, I'm shook more than ever, since Dr. Lee uses fresh and super advanced extraction, or drilling tool. Now I don't know what this extraction tool is called, but Dr. Lee literally inserted it into the man's cheek, drilled a hole in the cyst region, and revealed the cyst contents, all in one swoop. After Dr. Lee popped and swizzled the cyst contents from the man's cheek, she still had to delicately remove the fibrous substance from the cavity, and boy was it a difficult process to watch. Dr. Lee teased the remainder of the cyst out with a pair of surgical scissors and a tweezer to get the job done, and when it was over, she left the teeniest, most satisfying empty little hole where the zit used to be. Oh, that happy day. If that cyst extraction didn't suppress your hunger, don't worry, there's more of it where it came from. Satisfy your pimple pop cravings with some cherry pit extractions, bubble tea bobas, and buttery steatosystems. Well, you're welcome. Number 2. Popping pearls from eruptive vellus hair cysts. What's the record for the most pimp pops in a single day? It's got to be over 5. And the dermatologist Sandra Lee, also known as Dr. Pimple Popper, is well on her way to beating it today. She just knocked on her 4th set of pipes, and she doesn't show any signs of stopping. The fans of Dr. Pimple Popper are not complaining about all of this. Her new pop features a bunch of eruptive vellus hair cysts. She states in the caption, "Look at all these pearls. I mean, eruptive vellus hair cysts." Go to hashtag link at bio to watch the whole new video and see what these pearls look like under a microscope. Hashtag Dr. Pimple Popper, hashtag vellus hair. That was pretty spectacular, but there's a lot more waiting for you in the extended video of YouTube. Dr. Pimple Popper on with her extractions and dropped some serious awareness of the eruptive vellus hair cysts for all her fans. Dr. Pimple Popper explains her technique. "I took a deep dive on this patient to find 6. Stay to the end to see what they look like under a microscope. If you want to know more background of these pearly pops, she shares that too. Eruptive vellus hair cysts appear as multiple, maybe even hundreds of 1 to 4 mm skin-colored or hyperpigmented dome-shaped papules on the mid-chest and upper extremities," she states. Vellus hairs are short, fine hairs that align our skin, making these cysts common. They tend to be smaller than steatocystomas and can have a central area of umbilication or a dimpled center. Steatocystoma may at times have vellus hairs, and eruptive vellus hair cysts may have sebaceous glands or oil glands in their lining, which lead to some dermatologists to believe that these two conditions may be related. Treatment is gentle extraction. She says gentle extraction, and I see the scalpel slice through the flesh. It's certainly rewarding, whatever your own interpretation might be. Number 1. English muffin lipoma. Let's hear about the lipomas. The dermatologist Sandra Lee, also known as Dr. Pimple Popper, is here with a lipoma to entertain all her fans. Let me tell you, this lump is so exciting to watch. We all know that lipomas have a mind of their own and sometimes go rogue in their growing phase. Well, this little guy was like an English muffin, getting into all the available nooks and crannies that this patient had to offer. Dr. Pimple Popper begins by slicing slowly and softly across the red bumpy tissue. When she slices all the way through, she reveals that she's a lipoma, but that's the easy part. Next, she's trying to squeeze it out. The lipoma doesn't budge, so Dr. Pimple Popper takes her scissors and tweezers and begins cutting. She trims the lipoma piece by piece until it's all open and removed. One fan acknowledged the struggle. It was a stubborn lipoma. Dr. Lee's fantastic work as always. face, since seeing it for themselves, they didn't think it looked like a baked good. One fan wrote, "It looks like an egg yolk when it first appears." Another Popaholic added, "It looks like jelly, and I don't know if I've lost my appetite or not." One fan empathized the patient and wrote, "I would have been scared to shitless because of the venue." Dr. Pimple Popper was not scared. She dove right in and came out triumphant as always. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.